Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy X. We got ourselves with a cutscene here. Enjoy.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa, you're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
Alright, so now it seems like we're gonna go and start trying to make our way out of the Besaid Island, but before we actually go and do anything about within that type of situation, let's go and head back here to the Besaid village, and let's go and actually encounter out here with the shop person that is around within this area. Now, just go and talk to her, and she'll actually go and specify about something about with her dog, and go and meet up with the dog that's back over at this house that is right in front of us here. And if you go and actually speak to this dog, you will get yourself with an overdrive for what Valefor, the actual Aeon that we do have, our very first summon, is going to be able to do some overdriving moves. So that is pretty nice. Now, also as well too, while we are starting to make our way on out of this place at this point in time, we do need to go and do a little bit of some tutorial type of stuff as well, because we do got ourselves with a brand new sword, so we're going to go and test it out as well. Now this battle is just basically just letting Titus go and rock out with his new sword. That's basically here. Got ourselves with overkill, so that's very nice. So that was really easy to go and knock with those type of enemies.
Not too shabby.
Now, right on after, once this battle is already said and done, we are going to be jumping into another battle right after, and that is, of course, is going to have to deal with flyers. And it seems like, yes, and Waka just already went and specified that that is what his wheelhouse is all based around with. So we're going to be able to go and use Waka as our flyer guy to go and knock out with anybody that's going to be showing up around over here. Now, that dark attack, or that darks attack, we're going to be actually using that a little bit later when we go and meet up with another new flyer. Now, this is going to be the last and final little bit of some tutorial, and this is how we're going to be able to go and learn the magic type of spells that we're going to be going and using here with the Final Fantasy X. And we are going to have a new character alongside with us, and if you guys do recall, we did go and see this character for a little bit throughout different cutscenes, but never really got to go and use her yet, but that is going to be with Lulu. Now, Yuna is also going to be a part with our team as well, but we're going to be using that summon a little bit later on throughout our time.
Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean.
Yep, so let's go over with Lulu here.
You're up.
And she'll basically go into, like, what everything is all about with elements. I'll kind of keep myself a little bit quiet for that.
Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Well, that is what we're going to have to go and do. Now, basically, if you guys do see that, well, for that enemy right there in Pacific, we actually do need to use the Thunder ability, or the magic spell that we do need, and that will actually go and knock it with those enemies right there. Now, we're going to be seeing a little bit more of these guys later on throughout our way on out of this place, because since we are going to have to go and head on a little bit forwarded to the other new direction that I don't think I really got to go and show you guys all that much, because I did tell you in the last previous video that we didn't really want to go head on into that area all that too much there, because that just takes us all the way back out, and you may probably get yourself a little bit stuck if you actually head on back to that area, because I don't know if there's a way for you to actually go and return back to the Besaid village there.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Yeah, everyone has to go and do their prayer thing, right? Before we all go and head out to a brand new adventure. Because I believe that's what is supposed to happen here within this part of the segment. And within these 2 videos for today, not only are we going to be doing our time with Final Fantasy X, but we are going to be having to go and jump on into some more of the Yokai Watch 4. We are going to be entering on into the Anima Tournament and going through the preliminary rounds. And hopefully everything is going to be working out well from out here.
Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
Oh man, you guys have to go and pray every time that you go to this type of statue here. You don't want to be ending up like Chapu. So let's go and do it. Yeah, you can't just go and say pray, or you could just say just watch. Either way. But I think it's a good idea that we should go and probably do that. But now we're going to go and battle out with, I think, a boss, or, well, I wouldn't really know if you would call him as somewhat of a boss, but we're going to be meeting up with Kimahri. I believe that's what his name is. I know that we've seen him before a little bit within our time of the Besaid Temple. I know that that is where we got our stuff with the Rod of Wisdom and everything, and also met up with Yuna from there. But it seems like this guy seems a little bit angry, or maybe very angry, I don't know. But he does want to go and actually do a battle with us right here, right now. And now just remember, just like all the other enemies that we have fought with before, just keep on cheering up, and hopefully you can at least get yourself with an overkill attack. This one can be a little bit difficult to actually try to get yourself with an overkill. I tried my best out here. I went and used all 5 of the different cheers to do my best around within this way. Now, this character here in particular of Kimahri, he does actually have a little bit of some of the type of moves that we kind of seen before since Final Fantasy IX, you know, like how with Freya and how she does have like her jump attack. Well, basically this guy almost is literally like what Freya is all about, and has the same type of, almost the same type of attack moves as what's going on here, and that jump attack does a lot of damage, so be very careful about what happens around within this wave. Okay, so I don't know if that was 3 or 4. Okay, so I think we already got enough, so I think that could probably be at least 5 there. Oh god, yeah, that does a lot of damage. So, okay, so let's go and shout for another attack. We'll see how much that's going to do. Only 287, man. And we didn't really get ourselves with a good enough high roll of a hit. Unfortunately, we should at least be getting ourselves like around like 300 attack every so often, because if we go and do that, that should at least hopefully only knock them out within like 3 other hits, and that should at least give us the overkill, but unfortunately that's not going to happen.
That's enough.
But we are still going to get ourselves a little bit of some other different spheres out here. I think we're going to get some power spheres, I think, from out of this battle. You could probably get more out of this battle, but unfortunately we...
What's with that guy?
Yeah, he seems a little bit agitated with everything.
Of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another of Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Alrighty. Well, let's see what we got. Oh, I got some ability spheres. Okay, I thought I was going to be able to get some power spheres. I guess I was wrong. Alright, well, anyways, since we got some ability spheres, that's actually somewhat pretty nice, because we do need those for our sphere grid a little bit later. I will be doing the sphere grid also off recording as well, too, and I'll show you guys what I've got myself with. Just off recording, I want to say just right on after once this video was done, I did actually get myself the ability for the Flea for Titus, though. But if you guys do see, what we're doing right here is that we can now finally go and buy actual weapon equipment for all of our characters. So make sure that you go back and actually purchase all of those before you go and start leaving the area, because you want to make sure that you're all up and ready for the next up and coming other different enemies that we're going to go and fight, because we got ourselves one enemy that's going to be here that's going to be somewhat a little bit tricky for what is going to happen here. We're going to be encountering him, I think, like quite a bit sometimes here, so let's go and run right on into this brand new flyer, and this is where we're going to get ourselves introduced to using our summon of Valefor that is going to happen. Now, Now, for how Valefor actually works is that for what I wanted to go and do was that I actually wanted to like use the boosting mechanic that is going to be, and what the boosting mechanic does is that it actually helps out with the overdrive. So if you go and actually set up for boost and an enemy attacks you, your boost gauge or well, the overdrive gauge will get filled up way more than what the regular other players are. So it's somewhat pretty nice. And also too, when you have a summon that is out here, basically that summon will literally take over all the different character spots, and you just only have just that one simple summon that's going to be there. So it's not like Final Fantasy IX where you just go and just hit the button and Bahamut just shows up and literally just like destroys everything in sight. No, but this is where you can literally just have a summon right here and just literally let it just go and just do its battle. But just make sure that also too, summons also do have HP as well too, so you want to be a little bit careful with there. So we do have some black magic. We do have the elements for Valefor right there. But if you hit the right stick, or I should say the right D-pad, you can actually be able to shield and you can also boost. But we're going to boost up here because look how much like amount of the overdrive gauge that we're getting while we get hit. And that's something that you may probably want to go with, probably just keep on doing, I think, for a little bit of some time with having the summon. Now, I believe, I think while you get your gauge all the way up, you can actually go and get like much higher power attacks, I think, as well too. So we're going to see how that's going to work as well. Now, I am a little bit rusty with using the Aeons because, again, it has been like a really long while since I really jumped into what Final Fantasy X is all about. So just bear in mind that whenever we go through like an episode, or if I do use an Aeon or something, and if I kind of don't really know too much, like all that too well with the certain Aeons, I'll try and get a little bit better as time goes on. But hey, look at that, we actually missed. Now, this is where I should go and probably actually do some attacking, but I decided not to. Now, we do have that overdrive, right? We do have that energy blast, I want to say, or I think that's what it's known as, right? For Valefor. We could have actually went and used it, but I think it's better if we just keep that for right now until we actually go and actually meet up with some of the bosses, because the bosses later on, you may potentially want to use Valefor for some of the different attacks that is going to happen. And it's a good thing that we do have that there. Because if you don't have it, you're kind of a little bit missed off. Well, not real. Well, I guess you could say you have a missed opportunity with it. But yeah, you have to do that after once you're done with the whole Besaid Temple and having that little flashback incident that happens as well too. But there you go. Already went and knocked it with that enemy. Now, there is plenty of other different battles that are going to happen, so I will be editing out most of the stuff that was happening here within this episode for our time. And if you guys don't know about how I do my gameplay commentaries, or if you guys are new to the channel, basically what I do now is that I just go and kind of just talk about everything that has happened during the time that I just want to play through my, throughout the episode for today, and I just go and tell you guys about everything that's been happening out here so far. So here's the sphere grid. This is where I was just kind of get myself introducing to the other different characters that also have sphere grids as well too. So if you ever do see something that you may probably want to go and use, just go ahead and do so, because I think this is where I actually set up for a sphere, I want to say, for what Wakka is going to be all about. Because I do want to go and update up a little bit onto Wakka there. Kind of get his speed going. And I think I also do that, I think, for some speed off recording as well with the sphere grid, since I got myself with Flea. But there we go. So that's all taken care of with that. So now we're done with there for now. And I think we're going to go and move right on into where the save state is going to be. Or as I say, the save option is going to be. Now, this is the same type of spot that we went to before when we were heading on our way over to where those piranha, where are those piranha plants? Wow, really? Piranha plants? No, we're not playing Mario out here. Where those piranha enemies we're actually going to be at. But anyways, I'm going to go and end off here. See you guys then in peace.